we are going to be crocheting these dog bandanas or people bandanas. They could really be for either. The full written pattern is on my Etsy that includes the different sizing. For this dog bandana pattern, you're going to want to use some worsted weight and a size 5mm crochet hook. You'll also want to have one that is a size smaller, so 4 or 4.5 would be perfect. So to start off, we will form a magic ring. And then, of course, we'll do a chain 1 to secure, just to hold that magic ring in place. And then I'm going to kind of tighten that up, and now we will do a chain 3. And then we're going to do 2 more double crochets inside of this ring. 1 and then 2. So once we've done those 2 double crochets, we are going to do a chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets in this ring. 1, 2, and then there goes 3. So at this point, I would kind of tighten up this magic ring, and I like to weave this in as I go through the rest of this pattern because it's a lot easier to do it while you're working on this. So once you have your initial corner, we are going to kind of follow the same process for the rest of this. So to start each new row, you'll do a chain 3 and turn, and then you're going to do 2 more double crochets in this first double crochet stitch from the previous row. And then we're always going to chain 1 between our next stitch, and then we'll do a 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 more double crochets to form our corner. And then we'll do a chain 1 after that, and then we'll do our 3 double crochets in that last stitch, which is our turning chain from the previous row. So once we've done our next row, what we'll do is we'll do a chain 3. So chain 3, and then just like the last row, we'll do 2 double crochets in this first double crochet. Then we'll chain 1, and then we'll do 3 double crochets in this space. After that, we'll do a chain 1, and then we'll do 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 more double crochets for our corner. After our corner, we'll do a chain 1, and then 3 double crochets in this next space. And then we'll do our chain 1, and then to finish this, we'll do our last 3 double crochets in that turning chain from the previous row. So basically we are going to continue the same pattern until we get to our desired size. Typically you'll want to do 4 rows for an extra small, 5 rows for a small, 6 rows for a medium, 7 rows for a large, and 8 for an extra large. So we'll do a couple more rows here. And just remember that your turning or your starting one will always be a chain 3 and 2 double crochets in that first stitch. and then a chain 1, and then in each of these chain spaces it'll be 3 double crochets and a chain 1, and then your corners will always be 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Once the required size is met, you will start doing your border. So to do that, we'll chain 1, and then we will single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then to do our picot border, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to single crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. And then to secure this, we will single crochet in our chain 1 space. So now we are going to repeat these single crochets. So we'll single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 2 and 3. We'll do our chain 3, and then we'll single crochet in our first chain. And then single crochet in this chain 1 space to secure. And that is how we will do the picot. So we're going to continue that until we get to the corner. Okay, so once you do your last single crochet before the corner, we will chain 3, single crochet in that 3rd stitch from the hook. We will do 2 single crochets into our corner, and now we're going to do 3 chains, single crochet in that 3rd for your picot. And then 1 more single crochet in the corner. So we finished the corner. Now we're just going to do 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. We'll do our chain 3, and then our single crochet picot, and we'll single crochet in that chain 1 space to secure it. So to finish, we'll continue our 3 single crochets, chain 3, and then single crochet in that chain. Then after your last picot, you should be able to do 3 more single crochets to end your row. So now for the finishing ties, we will fasten off. So to create the ties, we're going to use a smaller crochet hook. I'm going to use a 4.5. A 4 would also work as well. And we are going to chain. And what we're trying to do is chain the length of our bandana. And then you'll want to make note of that number for the other side. I'm going to say this is about good. So record the number of chains to do the other side. And then what we're going to do is single crochet to attach this to our corner of our bandana. And then we are going to just single crochet evenly across this top edge. And then once you reach the other end, what we're going to do is just chain the same number as we did on this side. So then what we'll want to do is just fasten off, and then you'll want to weave in your ends. For these ties, what I recommend doing is pulling that super tight on the last one, and then kind of adding a little knot at the end, just to kind of add a little bit of extra to secure this, and then you can clip that end. It's hard to weave in the end when it's just a chain, so that is all that you'd have to do. And once your ends are woven in, it should look nice like this. This is totally fine to clip as it is, and then everything else is woven in. So that is how you make a dog bandana or a person bandana with a cute picot border. The full written pattern is linked down below.